Hey guys and gals, Bob Sellers here, your host and resident singing fisherman and wannabe chef. Yep, that means I'm back in the kitchen. Posted on Facebook not long ago that I had found it to be so easy to make hot and sour soup that tastes exactly like our favorite takeout place. And a lot of people wanted the recipe and wanted to know how I did it. This video is for you. If you can bring chicken broth to a boil and cut up a few vegetables and measure a couple things, you can make hot and sour soup just like your favorite Chinese takeout place. Come on, I'll show you how easy it is. These are wood ear mushrooms. You generally buy these dehydrated and you soak them in water to reconstitute them. These are those little stringy black things in your hot and sour soup at restaurants. I remember one time Ray Reese, we took him somewhere, and I had a picture of it. I wish I could find it. If I do, I'll put it in here, but I don't know if I can. Anyway, he had taken one of these out of his soup and said he had found an earthworm. But anyway, you just sliver these up as small as you can, and that's for something else. Hey, let me show y'all what that's for. Maybe I'll make a video on this sometime soon. Oh, that's a chicken stir fry at our favorite restaurant. I think they call that mugu gai pan, and ooh, you're talking about good. That's what I've been chopping all these veggies for. But for this hot and sour soup, you're going to need 64 ounces of chicken broth. That's about well, not about, that's exactly 2 boxes. 6 or so baby carrots. You want to julienne those or get them looking like that right there. And then you want 6 ounces of firm or extra firm tofu. I could chop mine up or dice them up, slice them up about like that right there. Then this is 5 shiitake mushrooms, and these are, again, wood ear mushrooms. Got some bamboo shoots, got 3 or 4 ounces of those. You can't go wrong with it. Whatever you want to put in it, put in it. If you want to put a meat in it, I don't put meat in ours, but if you want to put a really thinly sliced some chicken and saute it up and put in there, that's fine. Or if you don't like bamboo shoots, or you don't like carrots, or you don't like tofu or mushrooms or whatever, just leave it out. Do it just exactly how you'd like. 2 eggs. We're going to use some dark soy sauce. That is different than just regular soy sauce. I didn't know that until recently, but if you go to an Asian market or somewhere, that Lee Kum Kee brand, they have all kind of stuff like that. Easy to find. I know Publix, I believe, has that as well. And also going to use some regular soy sauce. I love Kikkoman. Also going to need some salt, maybe a little black pepper, also some sesame oil. That's another one of those kind of Asian dishes. And then what makes hot and sour soup hot is white pepper. You put as much or as little as you'd like, but I'm telling you, a little of this goes a long, long way. And what makes it sour is this Xinjiang vinegar. Yeah, Xinjiang, something like that. Any kind of dark Chinese type vinegar. If you can't find that, just apple cider vinegar or something like that will work just fine. And now we're pretty much going to just combine this. Oh, and another big deal key thing is make a cornstarch slurry. Just put some water in a cup and add some cornstarch to it and combine that. And you're going to use that. That's what thickens this soup. So let me show y'all how easy this is. Just add your 2 boxes of chicken broth to a pretty good size boiler, pot. I don't know what size this one is. I'm going to say, I think about 2 of these boxes, maybe halfway fill it or a third fill it. So do the math. I want a pretty good size one, because when we add this stuff to it, It's going to be fairly full. Just go ahead and crank the heat up to that. Bring it to a boil. Put it on high. Oh yeah, Mama Ken and I got a new stove for Christmas. Adulting. All right, we are to a rolling boil with our stock here. In fact, I'm going to slide it just a little bit. Don't want it to boil over. And once it comes to a boil, I'll turn my heat down just a little bit and add your dark soy sauce and your soy sauce. Two teaspoons dark soy sauce, give or take. And that right there, you could just see it. That's the main thing dark soy sauce does. Fried rice at restaurants and stuff like that, they get that rich dark brown color. That's where they get it. And then about 2 tablespoons of regular or light soy sauce. Then we're going to add our carrots, our bamboo shoots, our tofu, and our both mushrooms. Just add that to our boiling chicken broth. I want to be gentle with this tofu. Always buy firm or extra firm. If you don't, it will kind of come apart. Now, I think you're going to agree that we're going to soon be looking like hot and sour soup here. See that? How cool is that? When I say be gentle with the tofu, you want to just stir this kind of gently. Going to let that come back to a boil. Then we're going to start adding our cornstarch slurry. All you do is get a little cup or so of water and put you a couple or 3 tablespoons of cornstarch in it, and then just mix it up good. And you can't just let it sit around. If you do, the cornstarch will settle back to the bottom and get hard. So before you start adding it to your soup, you want to make sure that it's mixed up real well. And as soon as we come back to a boil at this point, we're going to add our cornstarch slurry, which the whole purpose of that is just to thicken the soup. We're talking about good on a cold winter day, and we have had some cold winter days here recently. It got down to 4 degrees on our rooftop last night. We've had little ice and sleet past couple of days, which doesn't happen a whole lot around here. As a result, wife and kids all had Monday off, Martin Luther King holiday, and in Alabama, Robert E. Lee's birthday as well. That's official still. And they had Tuesday and Wednesday today off, and a 2-hour delay tomorrow. So their Christmas break has kind of been extended just a little bit. All right, we're back to a boil. So I'm going to start adding our slurry in here. I want to do this just a little at a time. And this stuff, if you've never used a cornstarch slurry, it's so cool. It will just immediately start to thicken up whatever you're cooking. Chinese, Asian cooking relies heavily on cornstarch. All right, we're going to let it come back to a boil one more time, and then we're going to take it off the heat. This cornstarch is very forgiving also, and you can add it to it, or if something gets too thick, you can water it back down. Yeah, that's looking a lot better right there. Oh yeah, we're not watery anymore. Just right. Nice. Thick. I think I'm gonna let that do it. You can go ahead and add a little salt at this point also. About a teaspoon too. Take 2 eggs and beat them real well in a bowl. After you've turned the heat off of your soup, we're going to add these to it. Just kind of swirl it around in there. And just let it sit. Don't mess with it for just a few seconds. And again, if you want more eggs, add more eggs. If you don't like eggs, don't put eggs. Just let those eggs sit right there. If you put them, and they'll set up. Then we'll come back and stir it and put in our final ingredients for seasoning, which is really what makes it hot and sour soup. Go ahead, add 1 teaspoon at this point of sesame oil. It's just kind of got a nutty flavor. Okay, here's where the magic happens. We got our white pepper. This is the hot in your hot and sour soup. Candace doesn't really like stuff quite as spicy as I do, so I get about a half a teaspoon. Man, that doesn't look like much, but I'm telling you folks, this goes a long, long way. You can smell it. It just hit my nose. I'm about to sneeze. And if you want yours hotter, you can always add more later, but you can't take it out, so err to the side of using a little less. Now, our vinegar is the sour of our hot and sour soup. And we're going to add about 1/3 of a cup. And we're going to gently stir all this together. And voila. You have hot and sour soup. Was that not easy as I promised? That was just as easy as I promised. And it is Chinese takeout good, if not better, because you put what you want in it. You got it as hot as you liked it, as salty as you liked it. There we are. Hot and sour soup. So, so good. So that's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and delicious. Absolutely wonderful. Great on a cold winter day like we've been having. 4 degrees this morning on our roof, according to our little thermometer weather station. And that's a little bit too cold for me. I'm kind of ready for fishing weather. As always, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hopefully you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that. Why don't you go ahead and do that right now. Just hit that subscribe button. And it wouldn't hurt my feelings if you hit the thumbs up to like this video as well. May the good Lord bless you. And just know that wherever you are, God loves you. So do I. And until next time, I'll catch you later. God bless you. Bye-bye.